Hello and welcome to News Laundry Interviews. Today we have with us Arvind Kejriwal, the founder of the Aam Aadmi Party. Full disclosure, I have been associated with him for many campaigns in the last 8 years and he's a friend of mine. But I will try to keep the questions hard. सबसे पहले Arvind, we'd like to ask you कि you have this image of whenever Arvind comes on screen, he's angry, हमेशा lecture दे रहा होता है, हमेशा ये डांट रहा होता है, हमेशा कॉम्बैट कर रहा होता है. तो आप एक जोक सुनाइए हमारे दर्शकों को.
क्यों, कोई ज़रूरी थोड़ी है. अगर मैं वो जोक सुनाऊंगा तो फिर आपका चैनल चल नहीं पाएगा.
अच्छा, कि नॉन वेज जोक सुनाएंगे आप. बट देयर इज दिस इमेज, यू रियलाइज दैट यू नो पीपल से दैट एज अ लीडर, you know, there is one section that will definitely get attracted by the logic and the combativeness. But जो कहते हैं ना charisma, कई लोगों का charisma combativeness से आता है, लेकिन कुछ soft लोग होते हैं who like to see a soft side of their leader.
एक्चुअली हम लोग ये सोच के नहीं इंटरव्यू देते कि लोगों को क्या पसंद आएगा. लोगों को मैं अगर ऐसे हंसूंगा तो ज़्यादा पसंद आएगा, नहीं हंसूंगा तो सीरियस होऊंगा. आई थिंक इट्स ऑल नेचुरल. इट्स अबाउट द एंगर दैट द पीपल हैव इन दिस कंट्री एंड वी आर आम आदमी, वी आर ऑर्डिनरी पीपल. आई थिंक व्हाट वी आर स्पीकिंग, व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज व्हाट आम आदमी वांट्स टू से. दैट इज़ वेयर इट्स रेजोनेटिंग. वो गुस्सा आम आदमी का गुस्सा है.
But you think some Aam Aadmi is also having fun? They also find time to relax and chill out?
Yes, but TV interviews are not about fun.
Okay. So you think the carefully cultivated image that many leaders feel, that they should be attracting this kind of an audience by showing this softer side to them? जैसे for example, बच्चा लो हाथ में, you know, ये सब भी it works scientifically.
Right.
You think it's
हम लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं किया.
अच्छा,
वो हो सकता है वो लोग करते हैं, उनको ज़रूरत पड़ती हो इस सब की. जो जेन्युइन नहीं होता उनको ज़रूरत पड़ती है, पर हम लोगों ने कभी ऐसा नहीं किया. इस बारे में सोचा ही नहीं हम लोगों ने. हमारे को जो दिल में आता है हम वही बोलते हैं.
What is your relationship with Anna now? Is it strained? Is it as cordial?
अन्ना जी के साथ रिलेशंस अच्छे रहे हम लोगों के. जैसा मैं हमेशा कहता रहा हूँ, ही इज़ बीन माई गुरु, ही इज़ माई टीचर एंड आई हैव ह्यूज रिस्पेक्ट फॉर हिम. एंड but when we entered politics, at that time he thought that entering politics was not the right thing because politics is dirty. So he decided to stay apolitical. So these are two different paths, but the same goal.
What is your dynamic with him?
ठीक है, कोई problem नहीं है.
I mean, is it you find it less warm than it used to be, or has this step strained personal relationships for you?
No, I don't think so. Whenever we meet very warmly.
With others, has your step into politics changed how people perceive you?
I think media's perception has changed rather than the people's perception. I'll give you a small example. When this gang rape took place in Delhi and when we went to the site of protests, Manish was there. Right from day one, Manish and Gopal Bhai was there. I was very ill, so I went there 2 days later. I think people were very happy to see us there. People wanted us to be there. I was receiving several calls, several messages that Arvind, where are you? You should be here. When I went, people were very happy that I was there. But the media started showing politics करने आ गए, politicians आ गए, politics करने आ गए.
And had you been there without, not as a political act, before you launched AAP, you think people would have seen it differently?
People were same. People
no,
don't
as
see
in
us
the
different.
media house would have seen it differently.
That the media has to answer.
No, but you think they would have seen it differently?
I really don't know. The media has to answer.
But are you surprised by this?
Yes, I am surprised because it's not about कि हमने पार्टी बना ली या नहीं बनाई. अगर तो जनता को हमसे प्रॉब्लम होती. When Sheila Dikshit came, she was booed out. But when we went, people had absolutely no problems. लोगों ने people welcomed us. So it's not about that the politicians were not invited. It's about the bad politicians were not invited. It's about the people, the politicians who have become the problem of this country. उन लोगों से प्रॉब्लम है जनता को.
But what I'm saying is that you think that this change of attitude, जब आप जब आंदोलन चल रहा था,
the media has to answer कि क्या सारे पॉलिटिशियन एक जैसे हैं. अभी 5 दिन पहले हम लोगों ने पार्टी नहीं बनाई थी तो हम अलग थे और 5 दिन बाद हम अलग हो गए. हमारा कलर बदल गया. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. सो वो मीडिया को जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि सारे पॉलिटिशियंस को एक जैसे, सारे उनको एक जैसे.
Are you surprised? As in, don't you think as a media outlet, अगर आपको सब, मैं खुद नहीं मानता कि न्यूट्रल है, लेकिन एक न्यूट्रलिटी का इमेज बनाना होता है.
मैं एक एडिटर से बात कर रहा था. मैंने उससे पूछा तो वो कहता देखिए अब आप पार्टी बन गए हैं तो अब हमें दूसरी पार्टियों की तरह आपको देखना है. मैंने कहा हाँ, मैंने कहा पर आप दूसरी पार्टियों को तो बहुत दिखाते हो, सारा दिन लालू यादव ने ये बोला, इसको ने ये बोला, उसने ये बोला. तो उसने कहा नहीं, हम ये दिखाते हैं जिस पार्टी की ज़्यादा सीट उसको ज़्यादा टाइम।
इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज टाइप।
हाँ, तो मैंने कहा ये फार्मूला कहाँ से आया कि मीडिया को सीट के हिसाब से दिखाना होता है कि जिस पार्टी की ज़्यादा सीट उसको ज़्यादा दिखाना है, जिस पार्टी की कम सीट उसको कम दिखाना है। मैंने कहा हमने मोदी की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की, तो मोदी की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को किसी ने नहीं दिखाया, हार्ड एविडेंस था, डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे,
और किसी चैनल ने नहीं दिखाया।
क्यों नहीं दिखाया? तो मैंने उनसे पूछा भी क्यों नहीं दिखाया, तो कहते नहीं, अब आप कुछ भी बोलोगे तो हम नहीं दिखाएंगे।
तो मोदी की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस नहीं दिखाई क्योंकि वो पार्टी बनाने के बाद,
क्योंकि हम पार्टी बन गए।
लेकिन
तो अब हम पार्टी बन गए तो अब हम कुछ भी बोलेंगे या कुछ भी दिखाएंगे तो वो कुछ भी दिखाना या कुछ भी बोलना अब नहीं दिखाया जाएगा, चाहे कितना भी बड़ा केस हम एक्सपोज करें। ये मुझे तो लॉजिक स्ट्रेंज लगता है, इसके पीछे कुछ और लगता है।
इस लॉजिक की ही बात करते हैं। हाल ही में सुना है ये रिलायंस का एक नोटिस गया है, इस नोटिस की कॉपी किसी ने नहीं देखी, एक ब्लॉग है,
ब्लॉग में देखी
जिन्होंने वो लगाई है कि कई चैनल को कि आपने जो लाइव प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी। एक तो मैं बात पूछना था, आप मुकेश अंबानी के खिलाफ प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करते तो मीडिया कैरी करता है, और रॉबर्ट वाड्रा के खिलाफ करते हैं या उनका करप्शन एक्सपोज करने के लिए तो कैरी करता है चैनल्स, लेकिन मोदी के खिलाफ नहीं करते। तो यू थिंक मोदी हैज़ मोर ऑफ अ होल्ड ओवर चैनल्स देन रॉबर्ट वाड्रा एंड रिलायंस? कहीं
ऐसा नहीं लगता कि जो रिलायंस वाली प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस थी वो हो गई, क्योंकि हमने बताया नहीं था कि ये कौन है, तो वो हो गई। ठीक है, उसके बाद से शायद जब से हमने रिलायंस के स्विस बैंक के अकाउंट्स खोले हैं उसके बाद से कुछ हुआ है, मुझे नहीं पता क्या हुआ है, उसके बाद से दिखाना कम हुआ है।
I see.
So it's not about Modi. It's about anything.
So now you think you will not be...
I don't know. It's curious. We have questions in our mind.
And have you asked any of your friends in the media?
We keep asking, but I don't know. Most of the people don't know about it. But many reporters have said that it's curious. They are also amazed कि उनका चैनल ऐसे क्यों कर रहा है। बहुत सारे चैनल के रिपोर्टर्स ने बोला है that they also feel that something is there, कि कुछ तो हो रहा है।
Far as the journey from the Jan Lokpal to forming a political party is concerned, at what stage did you find कि भाई अब आंदोलन से बात नहीं बनेगी, political party launch करनी है, और क्यों आपका ये क्यों बदला फैसला?
हम कर क्या सकते थे? हमने 1.5-2 साल में सब कुछ करके देख लिया। इनके सामने गिड़गिड़ाए, इनको चिट्ठी लिखी, इनसे मिले इतनी बार नेताओं से, सब कुछ करके देख लिया 1.5 साल में। 3 बार अन्ना ने अनशन किया, 1 बार मैंने अनशन किया, लेकिन ये लोग नहीं माने। और मानते कैसे? धीरे धीरे समझ में आने लगा सारे लोगों ने चोरी कर रखी है, बीजेपी वाले, कांग्रेस वाले, जब जिसको मौका मिला उन्होंने चोरी कर रखी है। तो किसी भी पार्टी से उम्मीद नहीं की जा सकती, और सारे मिले हुए हैं। ये कोई ऑपोजिशन नहीं है इस देश में, कोई रूलिंग पार्टी नहीं है, सारे मिले हुए हैं, सारे। इट्स लाइक अ रूलिंग फैमिली एंड दे आर ऑल मेंबर्स ऑफ द रूलिंग फैमिली, वेदर यू बिलोंग टू ऑपोजिशन और बिलोंग। जो भी सत्ता में आ जाए ठेके सबको मिलते हैं। हिमाचल प्रदेश में तो कुछ पॉलिटिशियंस ऐसे हैं, कुछ बीजेपी वाले और कुछ कांग्रेस वालों के बच्चों ने मिलकर जॉइंट कंपनी बना रखी है। तो जब बीजेपी की सरकार आ जाए, चाहे वो आ जाए, ठेके उन्हीं को मिलते हैं। सो इट्स बेसिकली इट्स अ जॉइंट बिजनेस ऑफ ऑल दीज पीपल। ये धीरे धीरे समझ, तो अगर आप चाहे जिंदगी भर अनशन पे बैठे रहो, चाहे जिंदगी भर सड़कों के ऊपर अपना को गलाते रहो, ये लोग करप्शन से छुटकारा नहीं दे सकते, क्योंकि सब
जन लोकपाल मूवमेंट के दौरान आपने
रियलाइज किया। सो वी हैड नो ऑप्शन बट टू एंटर पॉलिटिक्स। एक ये रियलाइजेशन होला कि जब तक इस देश की राजनीति को साफ नहीं किया जाएगा, जब तक इस देश की पॉलिटिक्स को साफ नहीं किया जाएगा, तब तक कोई सुधार नहीं हो सकता।
एट दैट स्टेज ऑल्सो, जब जन लोकपाल मूवमेंट चल रहा था, आपको कभी लगा था कि ये जो कंग्लोमरेट है, जब लोग उस दौरान आए थे, क्योंकि कई लोग जो उस जन लोकपाल मूवमेंट का हिस्सा थे, यू नो, फ्रॉम द पॉलिटिकल लेफ्ट, एक्सट्रीम लेफ्ट से भी थे, एक्सट्रीम राइट से भी थे, तो आपको कभी लगा कि पार्टी फॉर्म करना शायद इट कुड बी डिस्ट्रक्टिव? क्योंकि जन लोकपाल बिल पे तो सबकी सहमति थी, लेकिन बाकी इश्यूज़ पे, कश्मीर हो गया, नॉर्थ ईस्ट हो गया, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का हर चीज़ पर एक पोजीशन होगी, वो पोजीशन बनाए रखना आपको लगा कि हो पाएगा? क्योंकि इतने डाइवर्जेंट व्यू आए थे जन लोकपाल के लिए।
वो तो आप जन लोकपाल भी कह सकते हैं। जन लोकपाल के 37 सेक्शंस थे, हर सेक्शन पे किसी को प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी। इन लोगों को ये सेक्शन नहीं पसंद आ रहा था, उनको ये सेक्शन नहीं, ग्रुप होना चाहिए कि उन्हें पीएम होना चाहिए कि उन्हें जुडिशरी होनी चाहिए। सो आई थिंक वो डाइवर्सिटी तो रहेगी, नंबर 1। नंबर 2,
प्रॉब्लम रनिंग अ पार्टी विद सच डाइवर्सिटी?
नो, आई डोंट थिंक सो। इट डिपेंड्स कि आप अपनी पोजीशन कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं। मैं एक्चुअली मन में ये सोच रहा, मैं सीरियस हो गया, आपको ये लगेगा कि ये तो सीरियस है। सो
नहीं प्लीज, यू डोंट हैव टू।
सो जन लोकपाल मूवमेंट के दौरान मोटे मोटे तौर पे 4-5 इश्यूज इम्पॉर्टेंट हुए। एक तो जन लोकपाल बिल, एक हम लोगों ने कहा राइट टू रिजेक्ट, राइट टू रिकॉल, लैंड एक्विजिशन एंड स्वराज। दीज वर द मेजर 5 थिंग्स। तो पार्टी ने शुरुआत इनसे की कि इन 5 चीज़ों के ऊपर हमारी पोजीशन क्लियर है। उसके और बाकी चीज़ों के ऊपर धीरे धीरे जैसे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, जैसे जैसे देश में हम घूम रहे हैं, जैसे जैसे लोगों के सरोकार से हम जुड़ते जा रहे हैं, वैसे वैसे उन चीज़ों को हम अडॉप्ट करते जा रहे हैं। तो उसके ऊपर आम सहमति बना के हम लोग किसी भी मुद्दे के ऊपर पोजीशन लेना चाहते हैं। जो इट्स नॉट लाइक, कल मैं किसी से बात कर रहा था, उसने पिछली बार एक पार्टी का मैनिफेस्टो लिखा था। वो कहता है वो 4 लोग बैठ गए कमरे के अंदर और 2 घंटे में मैनिफेस्टो बन गया, एज इफ कि उनको सारे देश की सारी प्रॉब्लम्स का पता है, सारे सोल्यूशन पता है।
आपके मैनिफेस्टो में कितना टाइम लग रहा है?
अभी तो बहुत टाइम लगेगा। एंड इट्स अ डायनेमिक कॉन्सेप्ट, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी अ स्टैटिक कॉन्सेप्ट। इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू बी कि हम 4 आदमी बैठ जाएंगे। और अभी 3 दिन की हमारी मीटिंग हुई थी जिसमें कई सारे एक्सपर्ट्स को बुलाया था, करीब 100-150 लोगों की मीटिंग हुई 3 दिन। बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे चर्चा हुई। अब ये कई सारी कमिटीज़ बनाई हैं। ये कमिटीज़ अब हर मुद्दे के ऊपर एक ड्राफ्ट तैयार करेगी। उस ड्राफ्ट को हम देश के सामने रखेंगे, उसके ऊपर चर्चा कराएंगे, जो लोगों के व्यूज़ आएंगे उनको इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे, उसके बाद कुछ निकल के आएगा।
तो एज अ लीडर, सपोज आप एक पोजीशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी और पावर में पहुंच गए, कई डिसीजंस तो इमीडिएट होती हैं, लेनी होती हैं, क्योंकि कई डिसीजंस जो आप भी जब बोलते हैं कि इस पर रेफरेंडम होना चाहिए, इस पर लोगों से पूछना चाहिए, हर चीज़ पर रेफरेंडम तो पॉसिबल है नहीं इन ऑर्डर टू वर्क। तो किस स्टेज पर आप समझते हैं कि आपकी पार्टी को बोलना होगा ठीक है, नाउ वी हैव टू टेक डिसीजंस व्हिच आर नॉट, आई मीन यू कांट टेक, I mean, it can't be a process that just continues to be dynamic for so long.
Depends from situation
like
to
for
situation.
example, you'll be asked for views on Kashmir. You'll be asked for views on, Northeast.
So, कश्मीर के ऊपर क्या व्यूज होने चाहिए, ये तो आम लोगों से पूछ के बन सकता है। इट्स नॉट एन अर्जेंट थिंग। व्यू ऑन नॉर्थ ईस्ट इज नॉट एन अर्जेंट थिंग, है ना। लेकिन मान लीजिए कहीं
ब्लॉकेड उठाना है, जब ब्लॉकेड हो जाता है,
हाँ, तो उसके ऊपर मान लीजिए जैसे ये वाला गैंग रेप वाला इशू हो गया, ये इमीडिएट सिचुएशन है। देयर इज एब्सोल्युटली नो रीजन व्हाई द प्राइम मिनिस्टर शुड टेक 2 days टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू दैट इशू। ही शुड बी देयर विद द पीपल। देश के प्रधानमंत्री को वहाँ पे लोगों के बीच में आके बात करने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? राहुल गांधी को, सोनिया गांधी जी को इंडिया गेट पे आके जनता के बीच में बैठ के बात करने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? हमारे नेता है ना वो, दे शुड बी देयर। वहाँ पे आपको इमीडिएट डिसीजन लेना है, और इमीडिएट डिसीजन क्या लेना है? जनता के बीच में जाओ तो सही, जनता से बात तो करो। ये देश की जनता आपकी दुश्मन बन गई है क्या, या देश की जनता ही आपकी समस्या बन गई है?
लेट्स स्टेप असाइड फ्रॉम पॉलिटिक्स फॉर 1 second। आपकी निजी ज़िंदगी में आप मदर टेरेसा के यहाँ जाके आपने काम किया था। आप ज़रा दर्शकों को बताइए, हाउ लॉन्ग डिड यू वर्क विद द मिशनरीज चैरिटी एंड व्हाट वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस देयर?
आई थिंक दैट वाज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट पीरियड ऑफ माय लाइफ। मैंने पहले अटेम्प्ट में मैंने IAS के एग्ज़ाम दिए थे। पहले अटेम्प्ट में रेवेन्यू सर्विस मिली, तो उसको इम्प्रूव करने के लिए मैंने दूसरा अटेम्प्ट दिया था। तो मेंस के एग्ज़ाम के बाद आपको 4-5 महीने मिलते हैं, जिसमें आप इंटरव्यू के पहले, सो वो मेंस और इंटरव्यू के कॉल के बीच में मैं टाटा स्टील में काम करता था। तो वहाँ से रिज़ाइन, जमशेदपुर में, वहाँ से रिज़ाइन करके कलकत्ता बगल में था। तो कलकत्ता में मैं जाके मदर टेरेसा से मिला और मैंने कहा आई वांट टू वर्क विद यू। तो उन्होंने कहा गो एंड वर्क एट कालीघाट। इट वाज इन 92, सो आई वाज 34 years। सो उन्होंने कहा कि जाके आप, आई वाज 24 years, नॉट 34,
right?
24, 68, राइट, 24 years। कालीघाट पे काम करो। सो कालीघाट पे आश्रम है जहाँ पे कलकत्ते में गरीबी बहुत ज़्यादा है। तो जो भिखारी हैं वो सड़क के ऊपर उनके वुंडेड स्टेट में, उनके वुंड सड़ते रहते हैं, उसमें कीड़े पड़ते रहते हैं, और कई लोग मरने की हालत में होते हैं। उनको हम लोग उठा के लाते थे, एंड वी यूज्ड टू नर्स देयर वुंड्स, वी यूज्ड टू फीड देम, वी यूज्ड टू टेक केयर ऑफ, वी यूज्ड टू, आई मेट हर एट हर this thing, mother's home.
No, but what was the motivation of going there?
I just wanted to do some social work. I really don't know where the motivation came from. I had no intention of staying back in Tata Steel, so I thought, why waste another few months in Tata Steel? Why not do something?
And how long did you spend there?
I spent a few months, and then I went and spent some time with the Ramakrishna Mission in Kolkata.
And what was it like there? What did you learn there?
Ramakrishna Mission was just an exposure. They were doing excellent rural development work in several villages around Kolkata. So I visited all those villages. I just saw what they were doing.
Okay. Considering you spend all your time in public service, do you get any time for family at all?
No, not really. But whatever time we get, we always make sure to watch one movie at least.
You watch a movie? No way.
Every week or every 15 days we do go for a movie.
Really? Okay. Which movies have you watched recently which you enjoyed?
Yesterday only we saw that Matru Ki Bijli Ka Mandola.
How was it?
It was good.
You're from Haryana, aren't you?
Yeah.
From Hisar. You think Imran Khan made a convincing Jat? No. Okay. Yeah, even I didn't think so. He was too anglicized to be a Jat.
Right.
Okay. You believe, again, another perception about you is that if someone doesn't agree with Arvind, that person cannot be a part of his association or his party, or cannot be friendly with him. Is that true? That if someone disagrees with you, they cannot remain engaged with you in any way? And why do you think that perception is?
Why do I think? I really don't know. Obviously, I'll
think
say,
about it.
Obviously, I'll say that it is not true. Now, how do I convince you that it is not true?
No, you don't convince. You have to convince the viewer.
So, how do I convince the audience?
But
I think
where
the
do you
best
think
way
this
is
comes
to
from?
talk to people who are still there. You see, in any movement, in any organization, there are people who leave, etc., etc. So there must be some people who have said it. If this were true, if I were not inclusive, I was in one of the leading roles in this movement. If we were not inclusive, then this movement would never have become so big. The reason the movement became big was that because the movement welcomed every person who came and who joined. So the movement would not have become big if we were not inclusive.
Okay, I'm coming back to your family. Do you ever feel that you maybe have invested so much of your life? I mean, I myself have known you for about 8 years now, in what we call public service or social service. I mean, do you ever feel that maybe some more time should be given to family and other pursuits and not just to governance and policy? I mean, is that what the sole pursuit of life is?
I don't think so. मुझे लगता है कि मुझे आपको हमारे जैसे कई लोगों को भगवान ने सब कुछ दिया है और हम भी अपनी ज़िंदगी अपनी फैमिली को आई थिंक आवर फैमिलीज आर क्वाइट वेल लुक्ड आफ्टर. तो इतना तो सेक्रीफाइस करना पड़ेगा कि जो समय हम कहते हैं हम अपनी फैमिली को समय दे रहे हैं और वो तो ज़िंदगी बीत जाएगी, सबकी ज़िंदगी बीत जाएगी. फिर कैसे सुधरेगा भारत, कैसे सुधरेगा देश, कैसे भ्रष्टाचार ख़त्म होगा? हम ही लोगों को दे देना पड़ेगा. जिन लोगों ने आज़ादी की लड़ाई लड़ी थी उन्होंने भी तो कुछ तो पूरी ज़िंदगी उन्होंने ख़त्म कर दी थी. और हम कहते हैं हम अपनी फैमिली का टाइम भी नहीं ख़त्म कर सकते. सो फैमिली का सेक्रीफाइस होता है सबका, पर ये बहुत छोटा सा सेक्रीफाइस है कंपेयर टू व्हाट जो लोगों ने इस देश के लिए सेक्रीफाइस किया. दिस इज़ वेरी लिटिल.
ओके,
तो इतना तो करना पड़ेगा इस देश को. अदरवाइज स्टॉप कोसना बंद करो, फिर स्टॉप क्रिबिंग अबाउट इट.
देन जस्ट
हाँ, मतलब कमरे में बैठ के चाय की घूंट लेके देश बहुत ख़राब है, मनमोहन सिंह बहुत ख़राब है, सोनिया गांधी वो सब खराब है क्योंकि हम लोगों के पास टाइम नहीं है ना. हमें टाइम तो देना पड़ेगा. डेमोक्रेसी इज बाय द पीपल, ऑफ द पीपल, फॉर द पीपल. एंड इफ द पीपल आर नॉट देयर, इफ द पीपल डोंट हैव टाइम, देन डेमोक्रेसी कांट सर्वाइव. डेमोक्रेसी में लोगों को एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करना पड़ेगा. यू डोंट हैव एन ऑप्शन.
Okay, speaking of participating in democracy, I'm sure you weren't always as angry with the system as you are now. It has been a gradual erosion in, even when you started the Jan Lokpal movement, till a certain point, even I know you thought that the government was serious about talks. So at the time when you weren't as disillusioned with the government parties, who did you vote for? Who did you vote when you did?
It's secret ballot.
Come on, when you voted, you must have voted for someone at some point.
It's not important.
Think, maybe just one person. Okay, you've never found any leader.
No, it's always a Tina factor. There's no alternative.
Correct.
So you do vote for someone or the other. But knowing fully well things will not change.
But you think if you say it today, you may endorse that person and that will send out a wrong message? Why?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not important. What is important is कि आपने जिसको भी वोट दिया सबको ट्राई करके देख लिया, फिर भी कुछ नहीं बदला. And that is one thing that is becoming very clear to the people of this country. सबके सामने ये साफ होता जा रहा है कि हर चुनाव में चेहरे बदल जाते हैं. एक बार बीजेपी, एक बार कांग्रेस, एक बार बीजेपी, एक बार कांग्रेस. Things are not changing. And that is a feeling that every single person in this country has.
What model of governance are you offering that is going to change things so dramatically that people should be convinced that ठीक है जी अरविंद की पार्टी को वोट देते हैं कि कुछ होगा? Is there any one model where you're fundamentally going to change how governance happens?
Some issues are important. Corruption is important. rising prices are important. They two are interlinked. And interlinked in the sense that it is because of corruption. Now it's clearly established it is because of corruption that the prices are rising in this country, and it is becoming difficult for the people to survive.
Of not everything. I mean, for example, stuff like oil, the fluctuations in, how the oil market works per barrel, that will also influence things. I mean, there are many things, but...
No, but it's very surprising. The international oil prices have come down.
Sure.
But in India, the prices are rising for no reason. Why should the prices rise when the international prices are coming down? If you take the last 5 years, multiply dollar with the amount we import and the international price.
But we already have a subsidy bill on that.
So I don't know what is happening to that subsidy bill. I don't know whether those figures are right or wrong. Okay. I mean, there's a huge question mark. If internationally the prices are coming down, the import bill is coming down. Then there is no reason why the prices should rise. Okay. So anyway,
so there is one is that, one is
you are saying that.
What would you
What
change?
is the fundamental? We believe in complete decentralization of political power. I think post-independence, it was only Rajiv Gandhi who understood the importance of that. Because when he brought constitutional amendments in Parliament, it was not 73rd and 74th, it was 67th and 68th amendment that he brought, which fell through in Rajya Sabha. He made a statement. He said that I've travelled length and breadth of this country. And what I find is that earlier I used to think that the problems of this country are technical in nature. They can be solved through computerization, by changing the behavior of the bureaucrats, etc., etc. But now I am convinced that the problems of this country are political in nature. Till such time as you transfer real political power in the hands of the people, the change will not happen.
And what is that real political? How do you do that?
So the government should not decide everything. Let the people make the decisions about their own areas. For instance, you stay in a colony, you stay in a particular sector. Today you have a broken road in front of your house, and you go to the government and you say that my road is broken, and they'll say there are no funds. But you see that the same footpath is again and again repeatedly broken and done. If you have a street light which is not working, you go to them and you say that the street light is... We have a case in Delhi, in Sundar Nagari, that is a slum area. The people don't have drinking water, they don't have a school, and they didn't have sewers. They repeatedly kept on going to the government, and the government said there are no funds. But 60 lakh rupees was spent on a fountain, and the fountain did not work even for a single day because there was no water. Even on the day of inauguration, the fountain did not work because there is no water. So the people want water, the government will give you fountains. The people want school, the government will give you parks. You want something else, the government... So the decision on what do we need in our own area, how the funds should be spent in our own area. So
against the centralized planning model. The planning should happen at the
bottom.
At the bottom level.
Right.
Okay.
So the people...
Is there any model where this has worked?
It is there in most of the developed countries. Okay. That the people in US, you have town hall meetings. In Middletown, for instance, which is one of the states, if you go to their website, every Monday at 5 p.m. you have...
Does the Panchayati Raj Act not offer this?
Panchayati Raj Act is about, again, it's representative democracy, that you have given the power in the hands of a sarpanch and a ward member, re-elected representative.
And they have access to funds? Do they have authority to spend it?
They don't have too much authority, but whatever authority is there with respect to the village, it is there in the hands of a few people. We are saying the general body of all the people in that area should decide. So in urban area, rural areas, it is called Gram Sabha, not Panchayat. We have to make a distinction. Panchayat is elected people. We are saying elected people have turned corrupt. So give the power to the general body. Let the people get together every month, first Sunday or whatever is convenient to them. Let them get together. Let them decide how many teachers do they want, how many doctors do they want, whether they want to spend their money on roads, just give them untied funds. Suppose 2 crore rupees worth of schemes are going to a particular village. Don't have any schemes. Let the people make their own schemes, whatever they want. Let them decide if they want more teachers, let them appoint their own teachers. If they want more doctors, if they want a hospital, let them open a hospital for themselves. If they want free medicines, let them. Why should planning commission sitting in Delhi make a decision and planning for the entire country for 6 lakh villages and so many towns and cities? It's completely absurd, the kind of system we have. So the first thing is that let the people in that area make decisions about their own area. The decisions
have
which
you seen
affect
this work
large,
anywhere firsthand?
Of course, you see in Brazil, you have the example of Porto Alegre, where the budget is not made in the town hall of the city. Budget is made in every mohalla, the entire town has been divided into several small mohallas. The people gather, and everyone brings a wish list. Someone says we don't have teachers, someone says we don't have doctors, someone says our roads are broken, someone says a list of all these demands is made.
And then prioritize, it's a bottom-up approach.
Prioritize,
they make the entire national budget like that even.
And the demands of the entire city are compiled, and that becomes a budget. This is the way to make the budget. So what we are saying is we believe in complete decentralization of political power. However, we are also conscious of the fact that there are some areas where the state government would need to take decisions. Where every decision cannot be taken by the people. Central government will have to take the decision. Central government will have to decide about foreign affairs. They will have to decide about defense. They will have to decide about internal security. They will have to decide about currency. So banking. So these are the things which should stay with the central government. They let them take all the decisions. Similarly, the people should have a say in the legislature. We are not saying all the laws should be made with people's participation, but some critical laws on certain issues should definitely be made through people's participation.
You think this kind of clarity has been effectively communicated in the general way with which, you know, the Aam Aadmi Party you have conducted yourself? Because often the message one sees in mainstream media is of gross generalization, like sab corrupt hai, everything should be referendum based. You think the way people understand how representative democracy works, how you know, collective decisions work at a Gram Sabha or as a general body, needs to be more clearly communicated?
I completely agree. But the other media channels don't give me that much of time the way you are giving me.
That's because they aren't compromised like I am compromised because of you. You read newspapers and watch a lot of television when you're not on it. Which is your favorite newspaper?
I normally read Times of India.
So is that your favorite, or do you read it?
I just read it.
It's a habit.
Yeah, but I would say Hindu is much better.
As a newspaper, you prefer the Hindu. Why?
I think it's more comprehensive, and I think I like the editorials.
Okay. And which newspaper do you not read at all?
Rest of them I don't read at all.
Okay. Is there any newspaper which you have a problem with?
So let's not talk about it.
Okay, fine. Which television channel is your favorite?
I think it's difficult to say. I mean, some of these channels I normally watch. In English, you have Times Now, Headlines Today, CNN. I watch most of them.
Okay, but you don't have any favorite as such. And in Hindi channels?
Similarly, I watch most of them.
Are there any reporters you really like the work of? You say, oh, now that's a great story, or this guy reports really well.
I think I like Ravish as an anchor.
Why? Is it his style or his selection of stories? What is it about his way of covering news that you think is better than the rest?
No, the way he conducts the entire, I said as an anchor, the way he conducts the discussions. I like the way he conducts the discussions.
Anything else?
He tries to go at the bottom of the story.
And any other journalists in print who you have really liked their work?
I like many of them.
Such as?
Yeah, in Tehelka, Ashish Khetan used to be there. Then there are many. There used to be Ramachandran in Outlook, who used to do a lot of. There are a lot of investigative stories that many of them have done. So I like those stories.
Okay, now let's just come to the media. Just last few questions. For many, you are a creation of the media. Of course, many of them haven't seen the years that before you became front page news. But as a creation of the media, if you will allow me to use that word, are you disillusioned with the media as many people are in today's day and age?
I wouldn't say I'm disillusioned, but I would say that certainly media needs to do introspection, and I'm not sure whether just introspection is sufficient.
Would you say that you managed to create such a huge movement because the media? Would you acknowledge that?
Of course, certainly.
So
media played a very important role, rather media played a critical role in taking this entire movement in every house. There's absolutely no doubt. Without media, this wouldn't have been possible.
So then where does the disillusionment come in and why?
I'm not saying I'm disillusioned. I'm just saying that everyone knows that some sections of the media, and many times many of the media people have to make compromises, and that is well known. And those compromises could be because of the government, and those compromises could be because of the huge capital that is required to run the channel. So I think what we need is a media which is fearless and which cannot be influenced by the government and the capital.
You think that's possible to do?
I'm sure it should be possible.
I see. And finally, what do you do to relax when you aren't fighting with the government and fighting with your
As I
critics
said, we
and
go for
fighting
movies very often.
Other than
And sometimes I do meditation.
like what?
Vipassana.
So that's where you go. You don't talk for 14 days,
10 days.
10 days. You don't talk for 10 days, complete silence.
Complete silence.
What is that like?
It's very good. It's very enlightening.
Is it difficult?
No, it's not difficult.
Even for you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Pleasure talking to you.
Thanks.